also need to change the name of the stream, because that is definitely not T Edition. So, 1 second. So today we're going to be doing Brave New World. I'm going to try and finish it, but we'll see how this goes. I haven't played it in a while, and this is the low-level game. So, 1 second. What's up, Noria? I think that worked. Need to refresh the thing now because it was saying... Okay, apparently that didn't work. It didn't change the name of the stream. Hold on a minute. I forgot to change this. It's not changing the name of the stream. What the hell? Do I have to cancel the stream and try again? Oh, there it goes. Okay, that was fucking weird. I guess it took a minute. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. It keeps going back and forth, whatever. If people come in and they're confused, I'll just explain it. That's fine. Alright. So, I'm gonna attempt to, complete this today, but like I said, we'll see how this goes. I haven't played this in months. You're always confused. You can use my emotes in this channel too. I forgot to mention that to some people. I've got 3 emotes: Kane yes, Kane angry, and Kane what. And it should be WUT for the what. Alright, so I'm also not used to English Final Fantasy VI. I'm so used to everything in Japanese, this is throwing me now. Yeah, Franker face. I'm so used to not everything in English. Alright. I don't know where I left off. Or what I'm gonna be fighting. Or what's left to fight, rather. Well, so what version am I playing this on? Oh, I'm on 1.8.5. Jesus, aren't we up to 1.9 now? Or what's the latest version? I'm on 1.8.5. I don't think for my challenge it's gonna really matter for me to update my game. But if you know offhand, oh fuck. If you know offhand, let me know. Oh, 1.8. Okay, then I don't think anything's really. I don't think the enemy's HP or anything that I'll be doing is gonna have changed for this unless he changed the final bosses. I don't think I have to update my game, so I'm just gonna go as it is. have 2 Omega weapons? I have 3 of... Actually, did I clone... I think I cloned these, and I shouldn't be using them. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm not really actively using Terra and Edgar, so it's not really cheating. I do have some items that you shouldn't normally have, but, I'm not using them in the actual battles. I just got them for fun. So it's not going to be like it's cheating. So I'm not really concerned about any of that. The speed hack, speed, steal chance, leap anywhere, bug fixes for quarter. Okay, yeah, none of that applies to what I'm doing, so that's fine. Since he changed the tower, I'm kind of thrown off because I don't know what I have left to fight. I really do not remember. Kagenui stat incorrection. Ooh. Well, I'm using Kagenui. I mean, these stats don't look like they're absolutely broken. The battle power, maybe, but... eh. Like, I don't see what's really broken about it. It looks like a basic, stat boost. Like, I shouldn't have this Narpus sword. That's like a... I don't know what the fuck its purpose was. It's definitely not supposed to be in the game, but I'm not using it. I got it when I was testing the fixed dice shit out for him. I was just adding random equipment, because I had to go get... I didn't have the fixed dice on me, so I had to actually put it in my inventory. And I just hacked it onto a peeper. And while I was doing that, I just threw random things that I was finding in the data files onto the peepers and just harvesting shit. But I was like, well, I'm not going to actually be using any of it, so... Oh. Oh, right, this is Kaiser. Okay. Let's go ahead and save it. I don't remember anything about Kaiser. So let's just see if I can actually do this blind. Oh, there's that weird emulator glitch again. I'm brain farting. What do I want to do with him? I can't remember the re-raise name. I'm looking for it. Conjurer, that's right. I think that's what it does normally. So I feel like Shadow was a bad choice for this fight if you can't dodge absolute zero. I didn't go into the fight with full MP either, because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god, I've only got 6 bouncy balls. Oh my fucking god. Well, alright, hold up. Let's reload. I need to escape and go get some bouncy balls. Oh, fuck me. Well, that was a good fight. Yeah. Good game indeed. I need to make sure I'm restocked up on everything too, I guess. Oh, where am I going? Now I gotta remember if I'm selecting the right path. I think I need to do Party 2 to get to Kaiser. Restock on Phoenix Downs. I don't think I need anything else. How's Slim Jims? Yeah, that's more than enough Slims. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Not sure who I had. Oh, right, I had a Maru. Alright, let's save it here in case I get it on timely death. Now we get to go all the way through this tower again. Oh, I should have stocked up on warp whistles, but I think I'm alright. this fucking enemy. I remember this was the guy I could not find in T Edition. He was the last rage I had to learn, and it took me fucking forever to find him. I really hope I selected the right paths. I feel like I didn't, though. Shit. I think I needed to be path 1 for the middle door. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just exit. And I'm gonna go buy some warp whistles. Because I need warp whistles, and I'm very positive it's group 1 that has to go fight Kaiser. I have everything, I just didn't buy warp whistles. I guess I could buy more tonics, it's not like I'm gonna need half this shit, but why not? So if I just have the goddesses, or the Warring Triad and Kaiser left, and then it's Kefka. I think that's what I'm up to, or where I left off. I won't set my goals for Kefka, but if I can get to... If I can get to Kefka, I'll be happy for today, but we'll see. So I have 4 more bosses, and then it's the finale. Alright, now let's save it. I don't remember the Warring Triad being overly hard, despite a lot of people thought it was. Even in low-level game, but I mean, it's been a while, so we'll see what's changed. And it's a whole new ballgame for Kefka since he said he's changed the script and other goodies, so that's going to be a real fun time. It might be a lot of trial and error with Kefka. And I don't have my notes anymore because I'd have to actually go to Web Archive to pull up the forum posts since Insane Difficulty's gone now. So, there's that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to have. Oh yeah, this is right, okay. Yeah, I'm not... It's thrown me for a loop because I'm not used to playing this game in English. Oh, I'm fucking dead. God damn it, Starlight. There's 2 attacks in this fucking game that can still just game over me, especially if I don't block them. Actually, you can block Starlight, you can't block the other one, which is Quasar. So, Quasar is pretty much game over. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, Gob survived it. And he's probably dead here. God, I fucking hate this game. So yeah, Starlight and Quasar can pretty much go fuck themselves. This encounter rate. The one thing I really do hate that he removed is the Moogle Charm. Like, I understand why he removed it, but yeah, they're fucking me, definitely. No, I understand why he removed it, because it really does null, like, all the fucking challenge, because everybody... No one likes random battles, I get it, but you still want it to be a challenge. But for God's sake, for an LLG it would be amazing, because there's no challenge in just running away. I'm just hitting Warp Whistle and trying not to get my face eaten off. Yeah. I hate you, Noia. I don't know if this will go through. Oh yeah, there it goes. I love that. I love my icon. It's like the best response to that. Random relic? No, I got everybody equipped with oh, everyone's got... Oh, I have Mystery Egg equipped because, you know, for reasons, which apparently I was fighting Quasar with Mystery Egg on, so that's always good. Let's save state here, so I'm not having to redo this every fucking time. For the sake of the stream. Because there's no challenge in just running away from battles. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can tell I didn't have multi-guards equipped on them, but that's alright. I don't remember where to go. Okay. Let's go through the bathroom. I haven't even made it up to Warp and Warp Whistles. What are you talking about? It highlights your own name. Oh, in the chat? I see. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have Mystery Eggs equipped on everybody, though. I should probably check that. Yeah, I know about the highlight thing. I just wasn't sure what you were referring to, like in that context. Oh. I'm fucking dead. Yeah. All right. Let me make sure I have a fucking egg equipped on them. Yep, I do have I do have an egg equipped. Yeah, I could do a lot of things with Use Me, but I'm the thing with that, Noia, is if I start editing stuff in there, it's not your game anymore. You understand? Like it's not the mod that the creator intended it to be. The only thing I've changed in Brave New World was like Gill drops, and I put Slim Jims into a shop, and the explanation behind that is it's not really cheating, so much as it's a time saver, because there is no skill involved in me sitting there hitting steel for like 5-6 hours every time I need like a healthy supply of Slim Jims, or running around in circles on the Veld, you know, farming Gil. There's no challenge in that. It would just save me hours upon hours that I don't have to just do a needless grind like that. But if I start editing like prices in the sense of like if I start editing your game early on to do that, I'm playing your game legit. So that would give me an unfair advantage if I'm editing your shop stuff at that point. I would just upgrade my my version on your mod then. I wouldn't just edit it. Like I said, I have. Oh God! Oh, he only silences. I only have I have a bunch of the developer tool equipment, like the Narpus sword and stuff, but I'm not using it. Like you're never gonna see it equipped on Shadow or whomever. Because it was pretty much me just playing around with it, going, "Oh, what's this do?" and just seeing what the stats were. And, oh, God, I'm fucking dead. Oh, Mog survived. Nope. I should probably give them all float. Oh my God, I'm gonna start saving it a little more frequently. Let's just try to speed this up now. I can't give them red. Oh. No, I gotta wait for them to be hurt. I can't give them Red Bull. So I'm just gonna start speeding through this. Once I get back outside, I'll save it, because that's where the formation of the Brontosaur and other garbage is. Because of fucking Starlight and Landslide. Alright, let's save it here. We're halfway there. I'm also not used to seeing Terra's sprite as this either. I really do think this original sprite of hers is like absolutely terrible. I never liked Celeste's or Terra's sprites. I'm kind of glad that. Oh, where am I going? T Edition changed those. Hell, I love her Record Keeper sprite is actually really good, where she's got blonde hair and everything. It's like an alternate costume, so I actually prefer that one. I actually prefer that one. Do these guys have mystery eggs equipped? Okay. By the way, if anybody hasn't figured it out what Mr. Egg does, because it does like 5 things. One of them is it reduces the encounter rate. So if it wasn't obvious why I have it equipped now, it now is. And it is confirmed it does that, because I've went ahead and checked in the USP files. It's exactly what it does. I only did that back when I was looking at something. I had figured out 1 or 2 of the things that it does, and then when I was in the Use Me thing editing stuff, I went and checked because the creators of the mod refuse to state what it does. They want people to figure it out, but the problem with that is you're never going to figure out what it does. Like, there's no way you can humanly tell. And so I'm like, all right, fuck it, what's it do? But I'm not disclosing the information to what it does. Let's just say Mystery Egg is good for a lot of things, and it's good for every character that can use it. Oh, it changes it again? Oh, well. I don't think I saved it. God damn it. Nope. God damn it. Alright. I'm gonna have to just start saving it after every room. I feel like I'm playing your mod because everything is so fucking fast and I just get obliterated before I even get a chance. I mean, I understand that they made... Oh my god. Like, that's the one thing about... I mean, I know mods are supposed to be challenging. I'm all for that. But between Brave New World and T Edition, like, the random fights just absolutely rape you. Let's save it here. We made some good progress. Yeah, I'm trying to think in my head what the Mystery Egg does. I know it reduces the encounter rate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the last thing it does? Oh, right. Okay, 5. Alright, so yeah, it does 5 things. Let's save it here. Can't remember what the last thing I killed. I killed Guardian. I think that was the last thing I killed last time I played. Alright, we're a third of the way done. Yep, it looks like I killed Guardian last time. Oh, fuck me. Oh, they're dead. Or not. Alright, 66.6% done. Did I come from this way? No, this is the way to go. Okay. Now we're going back to Kaiser, finally. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot I didn't stock up last time on bouncy balls. Alright, let's go ahead and change their equipment. I don't know if I need Black Heart anymore. I'm gonna go for something else, more like Back Guard. I also don't know why I'm using Zephyr Cape. I guess for the speed, because defense and magic defense are going to do fucking all for Shadow. I'll take our Falchion. She's wearing Lazy Shell for the defense. I'll go for Minerva for now. Gold Helm, I don't think I need. Yeah, I'll use the Genji helm for now. Falchion is for stat boost. Thanks for that, Noia. I do want the evade. Crystal. No. Falchion is just way too good. Yeah, I think for the evade. Okay. Death Ward. Okay, back guard, right. Okay. He doesn't need the Black Heart, so we'll go for another back guard. Both have Mirage Vests. Alright, get rid of the Mystery Egg. I think I want another Dragoon Seal. Yeah, because M-Block, he doesn't need it, and if he gets hit, he's fucking dead. I'd rather have the evade. I will, however, give everybody float. And I'm going to make sure her MP's full this time. Oh, what's up, Iluka Deschain? I didn't even see your message because of Noia's spam. What's 1 down, 4 to go? Alright, I think I'm good. I think this setup's good. Oh, right, Espers. Oh, Mystery Egg does, yeah. I think it does 5 things. Alright, so Phantom. What does Seraph do? Sleep, Stone, and Death. Physical damage. I don't need to reflect. Or ice. He's threatening to quit testing the... Oh. So I want the evade 10 compared to poison it. Okay. Alright, so our espers are good. Let's go ahead and save it, and let's try Kaiser again, finally. Alright, got him slowed. Oh no, level halved on Go-Go. What will I do? Oh, wait, that's... Oh. That's not level halving, never mind. Man, these bouncy balls. Yeah, yeah, I know. I just saw Discord and I'm like, oh, it's level half. Good luck on Go-Go. Oh wait, I'm berserked and confused. That was a nice dodge by Shadow. Dodge the fucking Southern Cross, but your massive evasion can't survive the bone. Ah, fuck. Well, there's why I need float. I figured I was gonna need it. Alright, so I'll just make sure Celeste is doing that. I might be dead. If I can dodge this. Well played. Sorry I'm not saying much, I'm just trying to focus. Nice. I don't think I've ever seen his desperation. Well, you know what? Row's not going to really matter because I'm dead no matter what he does to me if he hits me, so that's fine. Yeah, we're not going to deal with regen. Fuck that. Ooh, he got me. Come on, Go-Go. Learn to dodge. Your evasion's only what, 114? Step it up. Oh, I didn't mean to hit fight. Shit. Surprised he hasn't done Zap yet to take off for John. I also wish I knew how much HP Kaiser had. Bouncy balls are a thing. Oh wow, he killed Raw. Actually, I'll have Celeste just do float. No, it's not 1 through 999, 9. It's 256 through 65 something. It's a fixed amount of damage through 10 or so variables. Zap. No, bouncy balls were, they were in vanilla, just people never used them. Yeah, they were in there. They were called Super Balls or something. There was 2 versions of them, I think. Red Bull's new. Oh, that's the thing. Go-Go is at 0 HP because he's level 1. It's a feature of the mod. It's kind of like the reward for LLG. His max HP is 0. Oh, he can die. Oh yeah, he can very much die. Yeah, any damage that hits him, he's dead. I should have stocked up on Red Bulls. How much HP does this guy have? Holy fuck. Oh, he's dead. Okay, that's Kaiser. Thanks. That was a good recovery, though. I thought I was fucked over. Oh, I got Excalibur. I thought I was fucking dead when he knocked everybody down, but, Gaw? So that was fun. Let's take a look at Excalibur. Alright, I don't know if let's see if Celeste gets any good use out of it. Oh yeah, 20 more M block. So it's pretty much a Falchion +1. Fuck yeah. I lose 7 speed, but haste takes care of that, and plus the M block is way too useful. So I'm gonna give her that. Let's give him a mystery egg. Yeah, see, they're all level. It's a low-level game. I haven't gained 1 point of experience. So Go-Go is at level 1. And there's his stats. Which means I can't really learn magic either. Or use. I can learn it actually, but I can't use it. So Celeste has magic because reasons, and because she can actually use it. Let's go ahead and save it. So it's Kaiser, so now all I have left to do is the 3 gods. Yeah. Well, if Economizer was still a fucking thing, yeah. Shut up, Maria. I know it's a thing, but it's not the correct thing. I could always edit it, but like I said, it wouldn't be the same game at that point. I've also recommended he adds it in as like a secret item, especially for LLGers, and he's refused. So, explain what? The economizer in Brave New World? Yeah, only Amaru can equip it, and Amaru can't use magic. Wait, how do I escape from here? I don't remember anything anymore. Does Terra have to hit something? I really do not want to be using Terra for this. That's gonna lead to a boss. Oh my god, I don't remember. I can never remember anything about Kefka's Tower because I fucking hate this place. Is there? I figured there was gonna be a door, I just don't think she can hit it until after the boss. Could be wrong, because I'm pretty certain there's a boss right up here. Isn't there a chest here, too? Yep, elixir. No, there's a boss. Oh, I know where you're talking about. It's right through here. Derp. Thank you, I'm a fucking idiot. I can never remember anything about Kefka's Tower. I really can't. I really hate this place. Yeah, how do I play Final Fantasy? Alright, so I can fight... Kishin, or whatever his name is in English, or Demon. So I'll fight this, and then I'm gonna have to escape out and re-come back in. Quote, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I know. I don't deny it. I do not deny it. Alright. Some Gauze Blind. Alright, for this fight, I don't remember what I need to equip, so I'm just going to go in with a dry run and see how it goes. He renamed them. Those are not their names, trust me. Yeah, this is Demon or Kishin. I can't remember. Oh, I don't use this. It's Demon, Goddess, and I read it as Kishin. I could be wrong, though. I'm going off the Japanese version. I hope 49 bouncy balls is enough to kill this asshole. Oh, I should try to slow him, too. Yeah, those names, I mean, he's accurate on those naming. Oh, I'm condemned. I can't tell you how much I hate this song, all because of fucking Atma. because I had to hear this song for 4 fucking hours while fighting him. Now, I don't know if this guy does Quake, so if I get killed, I get killed. I get the feeling I can't slow him. Like, these guys have auto... They have, like, perma-haste or some bullshit. Wow. Probably give death protection. Why is it making you anxious? Which one? Okay, which one is Ashura then? Don't remember. That's fine. Like, what even is his model? Like, what is he supposed to be? Someone explain that to me. I don't know if snake oil cures this or not. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Okay, apparently snake oil cures dead shadow, but doesn't. Oh, look, he does magnitude. So I do need flow. Great. Yeah, I know. He's a thing with a bunch of things. Oh, tsunami. Great. Okay. So I definitely need float, and I don't think I'm gonna survive tsunami, so I definitely need the re-raises. And then what do I have that blocks death? Or do ribbons do it? Because I don't think I have ribbons. Okay, so ribbons do stop it, but... Oh, you know what I never did either? Mystery egg. Alright, I'm just gonna try again, because I don't remember him being a particularly hard boss, but... I've been wrong before. Just open with N cross, that's always good. You fucking asshole. I do like how Shadow looks when he's blue like this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, man. That was a good start. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty certain this guy's the one with perma haste because with how much he's getting off. So this asshole's got the perma haste. But just in case he doesn't, let's just try dispelling him at the start and see if his shit still... Well, let's just see if he's still faster after this. I'll know otherwise. Alright, I can't guard dark unless I was wearing a black heart, I think, or something. Touche. Oh no, you got rid of my float. Oh, and fuck you. Did he get rid of... I thought I had re-raise on Shadow too. Can he dispel re-raise? I thought that wasn't able to be dispelled. Yeah, it's like he knew. No, that's a fucking AI thing. He's coded it to where you can... He's made it where it's dispel and then magnitude or whatever. Atma Weapon did it. I swear to God I had re-raise though, unless re-raise can be dispelled now. It can be? Oh. Oh no, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of fucking Final Fantasy XI where they purposely made it where re-raise cannot be dispelled ever now. Which was a nice touch. I also want to make sure she's got... No, she's got undead. it's a good thing I gotta leave after this fight. Because I gotta go restock on items, plus I have to send everybody to Route 2 to go fight Goddess. Or whoever I'm gonna be fighting. And there's the wipe. Now I gotta pray I can recover. You fucking asshole. Alright. So, I feel like this fight was changed. I'm just gonna keep going back in and trying. Because my strategy's working. I just can't be fucking, I don't know, get unlucky, really. So I feel like he does have haste, though. I am just gonna dispel him in case it does work. Like, he can't be slowed or something or other, Figures the one with fucking hate, with perma-haste, if he does indeed have it, is the one that's doing Tsunami, which I can't defend against. Except with re-raise. Oh yeah, I can use scan now, can I? They did do that, didn't they? Oh. Alright, I forgot the scan change happened, but I don't think I know scan. No, I don't know scan, so I can't. Sad times. Alright, what I'm gonna do is this. Since we all have re-raise for the moment. I'm gonna try to speed this up. Oh right, I fucking lose float on Gaw because of. Ugh, fucking hate that glitch. If you get him out of rage status with Green Cherry, it removes all his fucking shit. And it's stupid. I'm assuming he does have permahaste because Slow keeps missing from Shadow. You know, 70% of the time, it misses every time. Well, that's a long recap. That's a long condemn timer on Go-Go. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Well played. It's like he knows. Actually, I'm not gonna Red Bull Go-Go, only because he's gonna die, and even if he does die, it'll remove his timer. So, whatever. It's a waste of turn. Oh, nice. Is that even noticeable? 1 to 2 frames? I'd say no. Oh, you know what game did you test? I'm curious. Mega Man? You're talking Super Nintendo, right? Because I was gonna suggest test is it X2? The one that starts you in the robot factory after you crash your bike? Because that one's got really bad lag on like a Super Nintendo emulator, especially PSP emulator. That one would be a good test. The lights that are in the background that are like flashing, like the searchlights, those things lag pretty bad. I would also test probably like Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario RPG. Those are two other really highly intense graphical games. Okay. Yeah, like I said, anything that's like highly intense graphics, or has a lot of like Mode 7 in the background. Yeah, test those games. See what you get for feedback on those. Gogo's just like, kill me. Please. I'm in so much pain. Kill me. What happened to my re-raise on? Oh, that's right. He got it dispelled. Right. Oh, let me just... What game did you... You said you tested Mega Man? Viva PS2. Which Mega Man? X? Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Oh, the Legacy Collection. Oh. Running out of balls. And I just got Gogo back up. That's okay. This guy's gotta be close. I really thought he reduced the enemy's HP, but it really doesn't feel like it. I mean, granted, I don't expect these guys to fall down after like 3 bouncy balls, but I've kind of gone through like, what? Almost 40? Oh, oh my god. Poor Gogo. Yeah, not those kind of balls. Alright, he's got a re-raise, he's good. Let's Slim Jim him and Red Bull him. Yeah, Kajillion's 2 of them. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, again, I don't expect these guys to fall over, but I have been fighting him for a while, and I've been doing pretty adamant damage, and he's got Sap on to help with it, so you figure 5,000 damage through Sap. I mean, he's got to be close. Alright, this dark bullshit needs to, like, end. I mean, granted, I'll take dark over Tsunami, but... Okay, everyone's got re-raise, but I'm still gonna just let him keep doing his thing. That's good. I'm just curious to see what your testing would have with like Mario RPG and stuff like that. Yeah, fair enough. I was just throwing out games like suggestions for you to test. That's all. This is getting kind of close. I've only got 10 left. I'll have to switch Ga over to fucking Blowfish at this rate. Or start having Shadow throwing Sakuras. Or start timing Mimics to go off. Yeah, this fucker's immune to... It's got perma-haste. Fuck him. me pause it. I'm gonna do a save here just in case I do end up getting murdered because I really do not want to redo this, and for the sake of the stream. So I put a safety save down. We'll see if I even need it. A frame of lag isn't even really noticeable either. So that's still pretty awesome that there's really no downsides to any of that. I would have laughed if Interceptor got the kill shot. That would have just been, like, the icing on the cake to this fight. Oh, Meteo? Really? Is there anything this asshole doesn't do? My TV definitely has a game mode. I don't even know if Shadow has re-raise. I think he does. I'm honestly curious how much HP this guy has, because he claimed he lowered the boss's HP in Kefka's tower, but I'm really not seeing it. And I'm about to be out of bouncy balls, and this is going to get real interesting. I'm gonna have to just start having Go-Go do Blowfish. Well, the good news is he's immune to magnitude. Really, Meteo? Really? Last bouncy ball. That's a good one, at least. Alright, now the real fun starts. I was gonna say, I'm done if it was only Goss standing unless God dies, and then... Yeah, if the fun hasn't started yet, it will now. I mean, at least he's got Sap on. Sap's doing some damage to help out. But, like, holy fuck, how much... I just went through 50 bouncy balls. Plus all the Sap damage. So it's like, how much HP does this fucker have? Oh my god. You son of a bitch. Well, now it's over. So, I'm just gonna hold down fast forward until God dies. Right there. And then let's see if I can recover. Nope! Wow. So let's go back to my save state, my state, whatever I called it. Let's see if I can get a couple mimics in. Yeah, no longer fault. Here comes the puns. Fucking Meteo. I feel like he's got to be close if he's doing fucking Meteos now. And, of course, he hits Celeste. Kinda needed her to do float, but, you know, that's alright. Oh, she had re-raise. Never mind. Clutch Gaw there. No, but the puns are always the best. You condemn him and then you dark him. Well played. It's like enemies that sleep you and then fucking hit you to wake you up. Idiots. I'll save it here again. What do I want to throw? I only have 11 Sakuras? That's not going to do a lot of damage, but... I'll just put Go-Go on, Oh, I'm looking for Blowfish. Where the hell is it? Oh no, I can't float anymore on my Earth Immune guy. What will I do? Oh, and I Slim Jimmed Goth. Ah. I think I got more potential on Shadow, damage-wise, just hitting fight. 200, 260. I guess Sakura's better. Unless I move him to the front row. Which I'll go ahead and do that. This is what I'm reduced to. Fucking doing blowfishes. This is what I've become. Oh, right. Let me drop another save. I really feel like he's close. Like, he's gotta be, right? Well, I could've. I figured 50 balls for a boss on the pretense that all the bosses in Kefka's Tower have had their HP reduced. Nope. Nope. I was horribly wrong. Yeah, he's doing more damage through straight melee instead of throwing. Oh, he's seriously? I killed him with fucking melee? Oh my god, fuck you. Well, those saves weren't really necessary. Oh, fuck you. Good game, Shadow. Striking for like 100 damage a swing. 30 spell points. Oh boy, a save point. Yeah, let's save. Thanks. Now I get to go exit and restock. I think this leads me to the final room, right? Yep, okay. Let's get out of here. Now I can relive the victory over and over. I can't believe that's what fucking killed him. I was really hoping for like an interceptor, just to like come running by, go woof woof woof, and then just it ends the fight. I would have laughed. I would have fucking laughed. I'm also expecting to get into a battle with Setzer and get murdered. And not have saved it, and then, you know, have to redo that shit. I will go buy Red Bulls, too, this time. So 99 should be enough for the last two bosses, and then Kefka's finale is going to be interesting with them. Alright, let's go buy Warp Whistles. Where do I buy Red Bulls from? Sen? I think it's Sen. The Deeps? Yeah, the DPS. He's so good. And then I just need Warp Whistles. Well, actually, I didn't need that many, but... Back into the tower we go. So that was probably the hardest of the bosses because he's got perma fucking haste. We did it. Alright, so we'll do party 2 this time. See, I feel like that's a glitch. Sometimes the third party member jumping off here has their arms up in the air before they even jump. I have it on video before with Edgar doing it, and then Tara's doing it. So that was weird. Alright. Save state. And pray for the best. Oh, whoops. Do not use bouncy balls. Now, in case anyone's wondering why I'm using the same party for everything, it's because there kind of really isn't a whole lot of versatility in a low-level game. Like, there's no way in hell I'm using the current party I've got set up with Mog here. It's not happening. I need, like, Shadow, Celeste, Gago. Like, the bread and butter... Oh, fuck me, Starlight. The bread and butter is... God damn it. Is basically Gogo and, Gogo and Ga. If you don't... I mean, a lot of people fucking hate Ga for all the wrong reasons. And if you know how to use him, if you take the time to use him and learn what he's all about, he's one of, if not the best character in the game. Solely because he's got so much he can do, and he's very little upkeep. It's pretty much, you set him, you forget about him. You know, the game takes over and automatically inputs his actions, which is phenomenal. You know, there's no delay for him. Gogo is probably the best character in the game, simply because he's so fucking broken. And you can't really go wrong with him because you can set him up to be pretty much 3 characters in one. Now, the downside to that is his stats are pretty shit. He can't use espers. But in a low-level game, none of that matters. And you pretty much just set him up for... Oh, I'm gonna be dead here. You just set him up to be a full evade, magic absorb tank. And with the right combinations, he's just unstoppable. You can only learn moves in the area you get him from? What do you mean? You mean Gaw? Well, no, here's the thing. In the latest version of Brave New World, they've changed it to... For some reason, they didn't go with the idea or what T Edition did. They made it where you can now leap anywhere to learn the formation. So if you're in a battle and you can learn the formation, it'll allow you to leap. Yeah, you can now leap. And he'll learn, and then he just comes back at the end of the fight. And I'm fucking dead. He comes back at the end of the fight and just has learned it. Now, oh god damn it, I didn't save at the start. Well, so what T Edition did, which is what I was stressing to them because they've pretty much just done like a really weird workaround for it, is if Gau's in party, he just learns the rage at the end of the fight. It's much easier to handle. Whereas Brave New World, you lose Gau for the battle, which is kind of like a hindrance. Yeah, it's... In T Edition, it's you fight the battle and win, Gau gets the rage. Which is much, much easier. So, Brave New World also condenses his rage logs down to pretty much... actually, let me show this off. Where is Gau? Do you see how condensed his spell list is now? Which is what I like about Brave New World, because BTB actually sat down and took time to go over each of the rages and to give him a lot of, versatility, basically. And T Edition didn't. He just has like 200-something rages, and 95% of them are still garbage. He did a little bit of reworking, but there's maybe there's honestly, off the top of my head, maybe 5 rages for Gau in T Edition that are worth a damn, and by endgame, I think the only 2 that really matter are Cheshire and Thor. It's really hard to use anything but those 2. So yeah, the 2 important characters in the LLG are Gau and Go-Go. If you're not using them, you're not fucking beating LLG. So if you absolutely hate Gau or even Go-Go, you're not getting anywhere in an LLG. They're too invaluable. The other characters are... I mean, they serve their purpose for when you're using them in the game. Like, Locke is absolutely fucking useless. So is Cyan. So is, well, no, Realm's not useless. Like, Setzer's absolute fucking garbage. He has no redeeming qualities in an LLG. At all. He's... The only time I use Setzer is, what, the Crane fight and for Daryl's tomb. Because he's forced into the party. So I don't have a choice there. But like I said, for the World of Balance, the king for World of Balance is definitely Sabin. Because of his high HP, he can set Sap with Pummel, and he can take a lot of punishment. Where a lot of the strategies are set Sap and then defend. And Sabin's like the one guy that can survive anything. Once you get going and you get Gau, you can get Shadow reliably. Gau and Shadow are pretty fucking beefy. I was using Strago instead of Shadow for the longest time, but Strago is so fucking slow, his evasion is shit, and the only redeeming quality he's got is Refract and Blowfish for damage. It's not, like, worth it. What does Shote do now? I can't cast it anyway. Oh, did I set... Oh, I didn't. Shit. Well, I'm not really fighting random battles. Once I get warp whistles, it's pretty much game over. I don't fight... I mean, in the World of Balance, I'm pretty much just holding R and L to run. Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad that he made Shoat fucking useful now. That's pretty cool. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why am I bringing Umaru again? God damn it. I need to be saving a lot more often. Yeah, I'm talking about LLG. Yeah. I mean, like, I understand, like, this game is pretty easy if you're playing it legit. I know a lot of people struggle on it and they like to bitch because it's not vanilla, but just from playing Nawia's mod, it wasn't too difficult in the sense, well, no, it was kind of hard because of fucking everything was so much faster. There's no way in hell I'm ever doing an LLG of his mod. Because pretty much it's like, imagine if every enemy had perma-haste, and then an extra haste on top of their haste. That's how fast they are. Shit like Dada Luma was a fucking nightmare. I'll save it here. I mean, Setzer's good, or not Set. I'm sure. Shit, Strago's good. I really might have to end up using him for the finale now that I think about it because of Blowfish, but I think Shadow would be better because I don't have to keep refilling Strago's MP for Blowfish, and Shadow's faster, and I think I can do more damage from straight melee over time with Shadow than I can with Strago. Because I'm gonna run out of bouncy balls, sadly. There's no way around it. And I'm absolutely scared out of my mind to go fight Girl in Sleep. Especially if he's changed them. Because there's really only one method to defeating Girl in Sleep. And I need to do tests. I'm gonna have to do testing because I need to work in Terra for that part, I believe. And I need her to do Ragnarok. And then I need to have Gogo mimic it. And if he doesn't mimic it on Girl, it's fucking over. The only other method... What's up, Finn? The only other method I can do of that fight to win it is I would have to save state and cheat like a fucking bitch. And have all 4 characters use bouncy balls, and they would all have to land over 5k per hit. So yeah. Those are the 2 options. I might just do the bouncy ball one, because I really do not want to work Terra into the fight, because she's absolutely fucking useless after that. I kind of want to try to keep my hope pretty, so... We'll see how it goes. Well, at least you can read the text this time, Finn. It isn't like in Japanese and you're like, what's going on? Let's see if I can get through here. Yeah, this is Brave New World though. This isn't T Edition. I don't know if my stream still says T Edition. I updated it like 3 times. And I don't know. Twitch is just in like really bad life support right now. I can't stand the new layout. Everything's lagging. Shit's getting caught off. It's like a fucking hot mess. Is it? Okay, thanks. Alright. Almost there. Well, yep, I'm dead. Great. Fuck you, Starlight. I'm still laughing that Shadow auto attacked and killed Ashura. That was fucking awesome. Come on. Okay. 66.7 or 6% done. And I take 1 step and I get to a fight. Barely. Let's save that. Everything wants me dead. I can't even get a turn. I can't get a turn. I just get fucking annihilated. Okay, he's got... Okay, I got 2 characters with mystery eyes. Fucking Umaru. I don't know why I bring him. I know why I bring him, because of his HP, so he can, like, absorb a hit or 7. But these encounters are just complete rape mode. Alright. I'm also speeding it up, just so I can get through this. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, I could have pushed. Son of a bitch. Or do I have to move a little? Oh, it's the other way. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, it's gonna be Goddess. Oh, fun times. Okay. So, this is the bitch that does Starlight. So I think I'm gonna want max M block, which I can't really get on a lot of these guys. Oh, actually, yeah, let's go with back guard, because what does Death Ward do? Yeah, I don't need the Pro and Shell on her, I don't think, for this fight. So are there any other Zephyr cubes? That makes no sense. Why does back guard? What? Oh, it's defense and oh, let's see. Never mind. Let's go ahead and get float up also, just in case, which I don't think I need it. But you would totally drill Goddess. I thought that was Dudette typing that because I just saw green text again, because on my screen Omega's text is green and so is Dudette's, and I thought that's what she was saying, and I'm like, yeah, you would, and then I'm like, oh, that's not her talking. My bad. Alright, let's save it here. Alright, here go. Oh, wait a minute. This is a pincer attack. Okay. Well, she can be slowed. That's right, I forgot about this fight. I should probably... Hold up a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna restart this. There. Yes, it's the same LLG. There. I need to do that because of, Conjurer. Oh boy, Berserk Go-Go. Okay, let's see. Really, Ga? Okay, well that works. He's not love tokened anymore. This is pretty much the end of the LLG. After Isis, quote-unquote her name is, I just have one other boss, and then it's on to Kefka. And my plan after this is Tactics Ogre, because I really want to do the Super Nintendo or PS1 version. See how that goes. It's either that or I continue and try to finish Tactics 1.3, but we'll see. Yeah, I definitely want to go play it. I want to, because I've never played through the Super Nintendo version. Because way back when it came out, it was only in Japanese, and I couldn't really read any Japanese back then. And I think there was an English patch, but every time I tried to play it on an emulator, it never worked. Like, this was back like in the ZSNES days, and like it could not run that. It couldn't run Star Ocean. It was just it was a huge mess. I just remember for the longest time you could not use any emulator really to play them. Actually, I'm gonna have Celeste working on re-raises instead of Gaw. What's the setting? You can just PM it to me too. Yeah, I know you're not saying try it now. I'm just curious. I'm definitely not testing it now because the last thing I need is my fucking laptop to crash. She's also got she's got the Japanese sprite too, which is funny. They replaced all the edited sprite work in this game. Just tell me later then, Finn. It's okay. There's Love Token. At least Love Token can't fucking guard against bouncy balls. Thank God for that. Wait, is she confused? Yeah, maybe she is. Oh. Yeah, she's confused. I'll just do Conjurer. Oh, I see. What's up, Riker? I find the what do you call it? The irony in this that we're essentially the returners. We're a terrorist group fighting ISIS. Think about that one for a minute. I definitely didn't do Runic. Also, what is God doing? What is God doing? Yeah, I know he breaks on this fight, but look, what is he doing? He's going for extreme front row, isn't he? I need Celeste to die. Please hit yourself with that. Or, you know, Go-Go's good too. Whatever, Celeste is fucking... She can't do anything. Oh no! Dispel Go-Go. What will we do? Oh. Move and undust. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do. Hang on a minute. Here, let's just get rid of this shit right now. I'm sick of Celeste also fucking this up. Oh, wait. He was still... What? He was dead, though. Does that shit persist through death? What's funny is this boss is in 14 also. They added her as a boss. And there's the end runner. Oh, I blocked it, though. And Shadow dodged it. Excellent. Let's see if this works this time. Don't zap her. Yeah, they added, what do they call him in 14? Sephiroth? The demon one? Which is like the first tower boss on Kefka. On his little tower rush thing. So they added him, Goddess, and I don't know if they added the others. I've only seen those two. Oh no, you dispelled Shadow. Oh, she's hasting, huh? Okay, she's unhasted. Yeah, Isis doesn't seem as bad as Ashura. Starlight's like the one end runner, though. Go, what are you doing? He's like, your hair smells like lavender. Or, your hair smells like strawberries, but feels like lavender. Oh, fucking Broly. Oh, hello, Gogo. How did he get sapped? Well, Celeste is gonna die in a minute. Oh, Gigavolt. Oh, right, right, okay. Yeah, 1 year later. Yeah, I've seen the ones where people had Setzer like literally all the way halfway across the screen, which was pretty funny too. We were like, Setzer's like extreme front row right now. Yeah, he doesn't evade. Things just miss him. That was a joke we had back in 11, where we were always talking about how Paladins... We were like, Paladins don't evade, enemies just miss. You're not dodging shit on Paladin. Oh, nice block on Charm. I would say she's got to be close, but every time I say that, it's never fucking true, so I'm just gonna shut my mouth. Really? Oh, and there's the Starlight. Well... Wow, Shadow dodged it. Alright. MVP right there. Actually, I think the worst... I remember when I first did this, I was playing on my PSP when I did it. I had a fight where she did Starlight, I got up, she did Starlight again, I evaded it, and then something... she did Quasar, or something did Quasar, I remember. It was a fuck you fight. God. She close to the climax. Yeah, I hope so. I'm not as stressed on this fight as I was with, Ashura. I have actually never played a Persona game, ever. Like, it's probably the... it's one of the few RPG series I've never really gotten into. And I love Atlas games. I've just never played it. Gogo, you had one job. Don't die to sap. What about Toho? See, that's another thing. I don't know anything about Toho other than like their shoot 'em ups or some bullshit. Oh, this is bad. God just zapped himself and missed. I don't know what the fuck Go-Go just did. Oh, I know what Megami Tensei is. Oh, and there's the Quasar. Son of a bitch. Oh, this is gonna be close. All right. I'm gonna drop a save to see if I can pull this off. Oh, there's Discord working again. I'm gonna drop a save and see if I can recover from this. Wait, why are things missing Shadow? He's dead. Right, that heals me. Welcome back, Finn. Alright, so she's sapped, but that's okay for now. Yeah, I like how he's dead and they still miss him. Like, why are things missing him? Oh, he's... Okay, Gau's probably dead now. Let's get Celeste Slim Jim, so she can get hasted and get rid of sap. But I'm pretty certain she's in her final phase because she needs to die. Because Quasar is just not fucking... No, it's never a good thing. Fucking hate Quasar so much. Let's do this. Let's give him haste. Let's give her tincture. I really do need to sit down one day and try playing a Persona game. Oh, I've heard of the Digital Devil games. Oh my god, Quasar. Oh, and she's hasted now. Fantastic. I think this is what happened last time. Quasar haste, Quasar, or something. Just fuck you. Oh, both is fine. I'll have Shadow attack her to get slow on, because I'm not wasting a turn with Celeste. Okay, she's pretty slowed. I'm back in the game. gonna have Go-Go start doing Conjurer. Jesus. Is it? I thought Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were at the top. There's haste again, great. Yeah, I was gonna have him do Conjurer, but it's a good thing I didn't because Go-Go is gonna probably die. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, Starlight. Dodge it. Dodge it. Oh my god. I need a slow to proc. Thank you. Hit on? Easily hit on. Because that was mostly a Mog solo fight and timing jumps to win it. Well, Shadow's dead, but Gaw's gonna live. I don't save Scum. Save Scum would be like I'm saving every few turns here. I maybe put a safety save down once or twice in a fight for the sake of the stream. And half the time I haven't even needed to use it. Like, I've used it and then I've never died. So... Alright, let's have Gog. I need to get Conjurer back up because if a Quasar comes, it's game over. Yes, that's Strago's thing. Oh, nice. Oh my god! Fucking Go-Go. Nice. I know I save state in the middle of fights. Those are called... I put safety saves down because I don't feel like redoing the fight because of RNG. Oh my god. Like, I put a safety save down here, but I didn't have to use it because I didn't die. Because if I do die in a fight, it's because of RNG. And I can't do anything against Quasar, Haste, Quasar, or Starlight. Like, I got lucky here. Oh my god. Fucking Go-Go. That was a clutch finish, though. He won by... He dropped a meteor on her. He was like, yeah, we're done. Oh, that was too funny. Alright, now I'll put a save down. So I got one fight left. Well, I do have to exit, so like each boss takes like 50 fucking balls to kill. Yo, I know you're obligated. I'm just saying, like, if I was save scumming, in the sense of like every few turns, or if I got like a really bad turn or something, yeah, then I would say something. But when I'm dropping a save down for the sake of the stream, and because it's, you know, it's whatever, I'm not using them to win, in the sense of like, oh, I had a bad turn, let me reload it. Oh, I don't like how I died there. No, I play the hand that the game gives me until I fucking get KO'd. It's the 11th best selling. What's the number 1? Final Fantasy? Actually, I'll be surprised if Final Fantasy is the number 1. No, there's some YouTube LPers that save scum like fucking crazy, and it's just annoying. Oh, it's oh wow, yeah, it is Pokemon, I would imagine. That or Zelda, maybe. But it gets to the point, like, okay, if you're gonna save, like, for a game like Resident Evil or anything like that, if it's like, oh, look, I got bit by a zombie, I'm gonna reload, that's just horseshit. Play how the game's intended. You know? I've seen people do LPs of, like, Resident Evil, and they just save scum the whole game, and it's like, there's no fucking challenge. The whole point of Resident Evil was to feel dread, in the sense of, you're taking too much damage, where's the next herb, you're gonna die, you know. But with, like, save states, it's like, oh, I don't feel like getting hit there. Oh, I'm just gonna save state around, I don't need to use ribbons, you know. It takes the fun out of it. Oh, Final Fantasies 2, Zelda's 3, 4. Kingdom Hearts? Really? Oh, wow, Tales is farther up the list than I thought, but then again, I haven't really played a Tales game or enjoyed one since PlayStation 1 days. Whoa, no, we do not want Umaru. Holy shit, no. Took Locke, because I'm sure his evade is better. Yeah, it's gotta be Party 3 this time. Let's save it. Yeah, I know. I have opinions on the internet. You don't have an opinion, you're just wrong. Well, actually, you know what the best-selling game of all time is, according to Wiki also? Take a guess what it is, without looking it up. Just take a guess what you think it is. No one here is going to get it unless they actually already have seen this. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably wrong. Yep, Dudette got it. She knows what it is. Tetris is the best-selling game of all time. Fuck you, Noia. Shower with your Wait, is that an actual game, Finn? Please tell me that's not on Steam. Yeah, Tetris is like the #1 game of all time. It's pretty crazy. Do you know what the #2 game is? Believe it or not, I think, or the second or third or fourth or something crazy. A fucking train simulator game on the Game Boy. I wish I was fucking making that shit up. Go look it up. Like, some train simulator game on the Game Boy, in Japan only, is like way the fuck up there. All you do on it is like manage train schedules and some other garbage. But trains are like hugely popular in Japan. Same with like horse racing. Shower with your dad simulator. What good could come out of that game? Like, why? Oh my god, that's almost as bad as Dreaming Daddy Simulator, or whatever it's called. Oh god. Play that game on Twitch, see how fast you get banned. Finn, if you ever decide to like rage quit streaming, just put your stream up as like hardcore pornography, and then just see how long you can last. Yandere Simulator. What was Yandere again? That's violent, right? Is it really safe for work? Are you kidding me? Time to pervert. I'm just saying, like, if you ever decide to be like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm so done with streaming. Fuck all of you. Just go out hard like that. Yeah. Oh, why would you be into that? I'm not judging people's like kinks or whatever, but why would you want them to be a killer type? Oh, I see. Oh, so it's pretty much... Oh, so you mean it's like any Lifetime movie? Oh. Just kidding. No, but seriously, if you ever watch Lifetime, here's the two types of movies that they demograph to women, and women are okay with it. Either the movie's about... Oh, shit. No. Either the movie's like the girl... It's like a love movie, like a romantic movie, or it's about like some crazed woman who's out to kill somebody, or jealousy, or whatever. Those are the two types of movies you'll see on Lifetime. And then I guess if it's a third type, you've got a woman getting beaten on those things. That's the only types of movies you see, so it's like... Scat movies, what? No, I was about to die, and... Oh shit, I'm about to die again. There we go. But... That's kind of dark, dude. Like, it's a game you just go around killing anybody else that is interested in your senpai. Like, oh shit. Murder porn, yeah. And I'm done. I still love that one South Park where Randy's like my favorite character on South Park. And I loved the episode where he's desperate for porn. God damn it. And like he's going through like all the fetishes, right? Oh, it's banned on Twitch? Yeah. He's going through like all the fetishes. And it's absolutely hysterical, the ones they pick. And he's like, after you've gone through, it's like once you've had the internet, you can't go back to normal Playboy. By the way, R.I.P. God damn it, I'm fucking brain farting now. Hugh Hefner. I loved when the news reported Hugh Hefner died. They were like, he's in a better place now, and I'm like, no, he's not. Like, what the? Like, the kind of shit that guy had going on in his life. Do you really think, if you know wherever he is now, he's in a better place? Like, yeah, he had it so rough here. Later, Finn. Yeah, Finn noticed me. I couldn't think of Hugh Hefner's name for, like, I completely just blanked on it. I was like, what the fuck is his name? Yeah, he had a rough life. Yeah, which tall, blonde, skinny, blonde girl? Ah, fuck it, I'll take 3 at once. You know, like, yeah, he had it so hard. The guy walked around his house in his bathrobe all day, you know, living the dream. Oh, I'm dead. God. Oh, wow, Mog survived. Man, I need to save after this. I don't know the guy personally. I was just saying, I was thinking about Playboys because of the whole Randy thing. Like, oh, once you've had the internet, you can't go back to Playboy. And then I was thinking, oh yeah, speaking of Playboy, he recently died. And then I was just remembering something I heard on the news, how they're like, oh, he's in a better place now, blah, blah. I'm like, no, he's not. What are you talking about? So... yeah, everyone's got a bad story about someone or other. I mean, the whole thing that's going on in the news right now is all these, you know, allegations of, you know, sexual misconduct between everybody, and it's a fucking mess. Yeah, usually, I hate really discussing a lot of news or politics in general with anybody because very few people can actually sit down and have a conversation on politics in general or just anything without it turning into a shit show. So I try not to get involved in any politics. Because it never ends well. Like, it doesn't. So I'm always like, no, I'm good. Okay. Oh, I never put on a... Good job. Let's go ahead and do float, though, just in case. Yeah, I don't like the news in general, anyway. I try to avoid it, because it's never anything fucking good. Alright, here we go. Miria. So now, I'm a zombie. If anytime anybody dies, I'm a fucking zombie. So re-raise is worthless for this fight, which means Gaw can actually help with bouncy balls. So this was the fight I originally claimed was a fucking joke, and everybody had problems with it. try that again. Maybe this one's the one that can't be slowed. Oh no, don't dispel me. Wait, how did Celeste... Oh, what? Oh, oh. How did... Wait a minute. Wait. How did Celeste resist Zombie? Oh, wait, it's because of Seraphim? No. Death. Oh, death immunity? I see. In that case, I'll give him a death ward. Does ribbon block death? Oh, looks like it does. Alright. Then everyone's getting ribbons then. Alright, let's try that again. I liked how Go-Go just MPK'd my party, though, with fucking bouncy balls. That was cute. Anyway, as I was saying, I try not to talk about that kind of stuff, especially on stream, because I'm here to play games. I'm not here to dictate people's politics or, you know, piss people off either. Also, what is Mira supposed to be? Like, his pelvis is a demon. Alright, maybe this one can't be slowed. Yeah, it doesn't look like it can be slowed. I don't get your singer reference. Is there a singer called Mira? Miria? Oh, Marie. Oh. I see what you mean. Yeah. If this was secretly Maria, there'd be problems. Oh, you know what? I can use re-raise now since I'm immune to his overcast shit. Right-o. Fuck you, Noia. Wait, you know what? Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? You never meet her in-game. Where the fuck is she? Did they just hide her during the whole opera scene? I never understood that. Like, you never meet her either. That's so weird. She's Go-Go. Yeah. Again, that's the thing with people. Go-Go is nobody. Like, Go-Go is who he is. Go-Go is Go-Go. At least those ribbons are gonna do work right now. Gogo's berserked, though. That's alright. Oh, well, he's not berserked anymore, he's dead. Oh, I also have unelixirs. That's a dummied item from the mod. Let's not use those. Kate Sith is Ree, yeah. She's trapped in Owser's mansion, huh? Interesting. Job, Celeste. It probably is, since they state numerous times Celeste is the spitting image of her. And it was enough to fool Setzer. Nothing makes me sadder than seeing 256 damage, because that's the lowest these things can do. Not really, she was laying siege to Miranda, or whatever. She set that place on fire. All these bosses do condemn. Moonlighting. So, are you claiming she would hop on a ferry from Miranda all the way to the Opera House, moonlight as her, jump back onto a ferry, get back to Vector, all in a night? No, she didn't. The first time she sang, she kept hacking up a lung. She couldn't fucking keep a high note. Your conspiracy theory doesn't work. I'm sorry. How many ribbons were in this mod? Is it still just 2? Oh, I gotta use a Slim Jim on Shadow. Or he can just die. I mean, that works too. Or she could be dead in the world of Ruin. I mean, there's also that possibility. I mean, Bannon's technically dead too, despite Sakaguchi refuses to comment on it. He just tells you to decide for yourself, really. Which, it's so weird why a creator would say that. It's not like Bannon was like, you know, the ultimate character in the game. Just be like, a simple yes or no would suffice, but, you know. I guess that's his way of saying, come on, think about it. He was in Vector when everything went down. The world ended. What happened to Vector? It got fucking crushed into a tower. Do you think the 80-year-old grizzled man who a stiff wind knocked him down survived it? No. Right, they're never seen. They're considered dead. I thought I used a Slim... I swear to God I used a Slim Jim on him. Yeah, it's heavily implied they're killed during the escape, or when the Emperor... It's heavily implied that they're killed during the escape because the Emperor betrayed them. Because your party members originally barely escape because Setzer managed to get the truth out of a waitress. Which it's weird is, why does a random waitress or maid know about the plot of what they're gonna do? That line made no sense. Oh, it was Edgar? Oh, not Setzer. What am I thinking? Yeah. How does that make any sense? Why would the random, like, maid, waitress, whatever, know about the random plot? It's like, oh, by the way, they're gonna kill you. Like, oh, okay. No, it wasn't a soldier. It was Edgar got to know a girl that brought him tea or some shit. Do I look like a waiter? Kefka was full of those puns too. Like, Kefka, wait. Do I look like a waiter? Ha ha ha. Fucking Kefka. Oh, it could have been the soldiers openly talking and she just overheard it, yeah. That's true, too. Soldiers aren't exactly, like, the smartest guys in this game. They'll openly talk about their disgust of the Empire and all this other shit. It's kind of hard not to overhear them. Poor Go-Go. I don't know what's on Celeste besides poison, but I'm not risking it. Yeah, it's, well, a lot of people didn't, back then, before Kefka was, you know, all powerful, he was just this crazed, you know, general, whatever you want to call him, and no one fucking liked him. He was fucking crazy. Yeah, you shouldn't walk around yelling gospel. I know, right? Like, oh man. That's pretty good, yeah. That pretty much equates to like any video game or anything ever. Just it's like you're sneaking to an enemy base and you're hiding, and like two random guys just start openly talking about the plans of whatever's going on, and you're like, oh shit, we should listen to this. Or, you know, my favorite, like in Fallout or Skyrim, you snipe a guy and blow his head clean off, and they're like, what was that? And they walk around, they see the dead guy, and then they're like, huh, not here anymore. Then another one dies, and they do the same thing, like, must have been the wind. Like, yeah, the wind took off your friend's head. Yeah, the lady that heals you, you're right. So, what was the problem people had with Miria? Because so far he's a fucking joke. Was it because of the overcast bullshit? Which, I mean, like I said, that seems really easy to counter. Oh, and Virite. Which I guess I could counter that with Black Heart. I'm glad I got that re-raise off, because I'm fucking dead here. Fucking Flare Star. Well, Go-Go's gonna be fucked up, probably. Good thing Shadow can't be. Oh, Go-Go's only well, that'll kill him, actually. Let's see if I can, real quick, get a re-raise off. There we go. He was doing re-raise! What the fuck was that shit? Or was he silenced on top of it? I'm like, I see the re-raise, and then I see him just fall to the floor. I'm like, oh. What the hell? Poor Go-Go. The one guy who didn't need the re-raise. And he just lost his re-raise. And he just got his re-raise back. Oh, this would suck. Oh, my blast. Alright, let's just like Go-Go. Everybody else dodged it, and then Go-Go got hit with fucking everything. If only that was X-Medio again, though. guys. I hope so. Like I said, this guy's not that bad. I don't understand why people have a hard time with him. People claim he's like a fucking nightmare. Ashura was fucking the worst out of the three. I'm assuming people just don't prepare for Overcast, and then they just have to deal with Zombie every fight. Yeah, but if you just... I mean, look what I did. He's got to be close, because I'm almost at 50 bouncy balls used, and around that point, things usually die. I'm probably going to stop after this, though. I will go run to Kefka real quick to see how bad the tower is. But I'm not seriously attempting it, because I have to exit and get bouncy balls. And I'm probably going to do a couple test runs to see how bad the fights are, but beyond that... Also, I'm going to drop a save. I'm going to drop a safety save right here, because I'm getting tired. I just want to make sure I win this. I hope I don't need the save, but I dropped it. Oh good, he did that before I got Go-Go up. Oh, God got sapped, though. I wasn't aware that death immunity canceled zombie. Like, what sense does that make, you know? I mean, I guess you can't, if you're immune to death, you can't become a zombie, but I don't understand how it cancels out the effect of you can just fall over dead now instead of be turned into a zombie, do you understand? Zombie resistance would make more sense than that. Oh boy, Flare. Oh, he's got re-raise. Shouldn't dead be easier zombie? Sorry, your sentence doesn't make sense. Alright, so he should be dead after a few more of these, hopefully. Then it's on to Kefka for a hot minute. Oh no. Yeah, isn't it this fight in Daedalus or whatever? Or whatever you fight in, or whatever his name is in Daryl's tomb. Oh, Ninja Rush. Second time I've seen Ninja Rush. If only that had kill shotted him. Would have been epic. Oh. Wait, how did I get... Oh, right, it doesn't stop, right. Oh, and Go-Go's berserked. Oh, great, and he's doing fucking rages. Oh no, he's not. He's only doing rages because he mimicked, and he got gauze shit. There we go. I'm down to 60 bouncing balls loose now. And he's dead. Pulled my headset out for a sec, stretching. Okay, so that's every boss in the game except for the finale now. So I didn't see a challenge to any of the new bosses in the tower. Yeah, that was bad. Sorry about that. Alright. So, let's go check out Kefka real fast. I'll drop a hard save. No, we're not gonna go. I don't remember exactly what kind of relics I'm gonna want with everybody, but I'm just gonna test this out. Oh, I'm still louder? Hold up a minute. Is this better? Or should I lower it? I just lowered my volume on the mic thing by a couple notches. I knocked my headset out of the port. And all I did was plug it back in. Oh wow, I'm dead. Are you fucking kidding me?
Uh... Oh my fucking god. This is the final boss of the game, surviving randoms. Yeah. Seriously. I'm never gonna get a fucking turn. These guys are so fast. Alright. Alright, let me do a save right here now, and then we'll go we'll go see how far I get. I mean, I have 40 balls. This is nowhere near what it's gonna... It's not enough, but let's see what happens. I just want to see how far I can get before I just get killed. Because, like I said, he's changed the scripts here and stuff. And he said before he's not even sure it could still be LLG'd. But we'll see. But I've done all the other side content. Everything else has been conquered. All that's left is Kefka. Yeah, your entertainment was defeated by level 3 characters and a level 1 Go-Go. Mog fights for Kupo. Umaru just stands there. The Japanese name for Kefka's Tower does make a lot more sense than just naming it Kefka's Tower. Now that I think about it. Because the Japanese name is like Crumbling Tower, or something on those lines. I know that, Noia, but I meant like... His tower is nothing but, like, a mishmash of, like, other just things from around the world. And it's constantly falling apart, as you see right now. I will knock you all down. Oh, God. Alright, so if I have to have somebody come in, it's gotta be Terra. And the rest do not fucking matter. Alright, let's see how bad this shit show goes. Wow, good start. I can't dodge that. Pretty much is a Super Ball run. Except I don't get Super Balls till the World of Ruin. Did he give him enough gravity attacks? Jesus. Lodestone, Gravity, and Grav Bomb. God damn it, no. Where's Dude at? She should have been making that pun. Did he just... He used an attack called Face on me. What an asshole. I thought Tech Laser was thunder-based. I hate you. The ground tier, that's pretty good too. Is it? I thought it was thunder-based for some reason. How are these guys using Magitech, by the way? That makes no sense. Well, that was the other problem I had on this fight. I ran out of fucking Phoenix Downs. And I think in my original playthrough, I only had like 10 Phoenix Tears. Ran out of those, and I was resorting to life spam on Celeste. It was a fucking nightmare. Oh, it's Thunder? Okay. And Vanilla, gotcha. Medio. Yeah, this guy's rough. I'm fighting 3 opponents, and I'm slowed. Great. Oh, this is peachy. Reflect, yeah. I could put on Reflect Rings, now that I think about it. I think I'm dead. Yup. Anyway. So that was a decent attempt at it. I died, but whatever. I have to exit and get prepped anyway. What gives reflect? One of these does it, I swear. Was it Carbuncle? No. Oh, it's Alexander. Okay. Thank you. Does Celeste get Alexander? She does. So that means I could have 3 people with Reflect. Probably everybody but Go-Go. Makes the most sense, because he doesn't... I mean, he gets hit, he gets hit. Carbont? What? Yeah, Reflect, which I can't cast. Does she know it? No. I could bring, I could put Strago in. Oh, it does? I don't think anybody here can equip it. Yeah, I think Strago can. Let's see. Where did I put Strago? Yeah, I could... See, like I said, I could have Strago replace Shadow for this. This is how I originally want it. Plus, I've also got... I have Refract. I'm not using Terra. I could have him use Refract. So, I mean, it's an option instead of using Shadow, because honestly, Shadow for this part... The only thing Shadow's got going on for him now is he's really fucking fast, and it helps with getting damage out quicker. He'll evade a lot of the shit thrown at him, but ultimately, he's not gonna... I mean... Strago's got 24 fucking speed. Let's see the fastest I can get him to go. Let's see. Dark Hood. Chocobo Suit. Nothing is faster than Chocobo Suit, huh? I'd probably give him Moogle Suit. And then... I can't use the Narpus Sword as much as I'd love to. I think it was Quarterstaff I was using on him. Or no, Punisher. Punisher was the better. Yeah. Looks like Punisher. So, the fastest I can get him is 31 speed. With Haste, he'll go up to 46. Which, that's still nothing compared to Shadow's, like, what, 111? Unless they have speed capped. Or not 111, it'd be like 106 or something, because I think his speed's 71. And then with Relics, what would he get? Back guards. 76 evade and 68. I mean, that's still pretty good. I think I'd have to give him Zephyr Mantles. Oh, actually, yeah, I'd probably give him 2 Zephyr Mantles. What would that knock him up to? Okay. Stat Stick could also help, but that's... The evade is not good. A black belt? No. Shadow's got the other Zephyr Cape. It would give him 7 speed. So he'd go up to 45, like right here. And then with Haste, he'd get like 68 or something, which wouldn't be too bad. But, It's an option, but I don't know. I'm gonna tinker with it. Like I can beat the fight, the first guy, but I just don't know how bad the second fight's gonna be. And I'm scared out of my mind for Girl in Sleep, because that's like the fight. That was the fight of the mod for me last time. I don't know what I would use them on for Tier 1 specifically. I don't really need the Reflect. I could just give everybody Reflect Rings otherwise. But the problem with Reflect Rings is, I can't remember, can Re-Raise be reflected in this now or no? Because if it can't be reflected, I'm not worried, because that's the only magic I ever cast on myself. I'm pretty certain re-raise can be reflected. Oh. So that's another reason I can't really use... I don't think I think... I'm pretty certain re-raise can be reflected. Which is another reason I can't use reflect. But I'm not... I mean, like I said, if I also can slow this guy with Shadow, and I just attack all 3 of his areas, I will be in a lot better situation. Yeah, then I can't use reflect rings. That's not gonna fucking happen. The best I can do is get somebody re-raised, and then have Strago throw refract on them after. But it's such a fucking nightmare. Anyway, let me go ahead and escape, and I'm just gonna go stock up, but I think I'm gonna just call it here, because I've been streaming for a while, and I need a break. And I got to where I wanted to today, too. I'm happy that I have everything done now, except for Kefka. So, I'm happy I'm getting caught up on my backlog of games I've been streaming, so I don't just keep starting games and then never finishing them. So, I'm happy for that. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm gonna off-stream fight Kefka and see how bad it gets, so I can actually practice for him. Because I'll save it. I'll say it right now. I'm probably gonna be save scumming. Not horrifically, but I'll definitely be saving in between the boss tiers. But it's a fucking nightmare, and if you expect me to one-shot rush him through without save stating on LLG, I mean, it's possible, it is, but one fuck up with RNG and it's game over, and I just don't want to fucking deal with that. So, I definitely do need more Slim Jims, maybe. Let me go see where let me see if I can buy those. I did edit my game so I could buy them. Let's go see if they're still in South Figaro, or if that got overwritten. And the explanation to... Slim Jims you can't buy. You can only steal them from brawler-type enemies that are rare steal. It's not difficult. It's just kind of... praying you get them from a steal. There's no skill involved. So, I threw them in a shop to save time. Because I didn't feel like spending hours upon hours. I did it legit when I played on my PSP, way before I knew about how to hack this game. Yep, here they are. And with the Phoenix tiers, too. Phoenix tiers you get through exchanging... I forget what the item is. Is it tinctures? It's something at the Coliseum. But that's another thing. Like I said, I mean, to win the Coliseum, I just send in Go-Go with only Mimic, and I pray, and I set him with a Gravity Rod, and it's pretty much praying for an X-Medio with a couple gravities, and that's pretty much how I win. So, it's just, like I said, it just saves a lot of time. Alright. Let me go save it outside his tower so I don't forget. Yeah, we'll just land here. Alright. Let's save. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching me fumble through some of these fights and get murdered by a couple more of them. I'm gonna head off. I don't know if I'll stream later or tomorrow or whenever. We'll see when I get time. Because like I said, it's just gonna be the final rush, and then that's it. So hopefully I can actually do it, or it's even possible. If not, this will pretty much be the end of the run. But on the flip side of that, I've gotten through the entire game, except for Kefka up to now. Yeah, I heard about your computer, Noea. That kind of sucks. But, Yeah, I mean, if the run ends here, I mean it ends here. So I mean it is what it is. And I did what I mean I I got through the whole game on LLG. Like I mean, level 3. I'd say that's pretty fucking good. So if I can't beat Kefka, I'm not gonna be too upset because I have done it previously. And the only reason I won't be able to do it is because he edited the scripts to the point where it's just not going to be possible anymore. Oh, by the way, Economizer, MP cost 1, right? Yeah, look who can use it. It's such a fucking troll. Ugh. Anyway, alright, thanks guys for watching, and take care. See you later.